Aaron Russell joining us. Coach, congratulations on a terrific win in what was just an unbelievable game. Maybe we could start with just the end of that. Maybe talk through both the winning basket by Dugan and then the defense that Jimenez played there against Harris at the end.
Well, honestly, this was, one of those things kind of ran an old Miami Heat. You had to give credit, right? Old Miami Heat, get the ball to your player there and allow space. Honestly, I don't know if I didn't know if I loved how it looked at the beginning, and I told them, I said, just get the ball to Maggie, kind of let her do her thing. If I like the matchup, we go. Right, wrong, indifferent, probably held on to those timeouts probably a little bit too much at some key times when we had the offensive possessions earlier. So, honest to God, probably was about to take a timeout and just liked where Maggie was going and knew I'd probably be kicking myself if I took the ball out of that kid's hands at the end.
Well, she just told us she thought you were going to take a timeout.
And I was, and then once she kind of got below the free throw line, I knew we didn't want to go a baseline out of bounds play at the end. I was going to take it. We were going to take it when the ball was still out here. Kind of one of those things where we said we wanted to kind of get the last shot and then just liked the way she was going. I just told her to go, and I don't know if that was the smartest thing for me to do, but she made a play, got a rebound, and went back up. And then, on the defensive end, I thought Katie did a really good job directing the ball to where we wanted to go. I thought Faith had a good switch. I'd have to see it again, but I thought Faith had a pretty good switch. And then a good switch on the back screen there. And then I thought we just defended it well. I didn't see it. I know they were calling for a foul, and I didn't see that, but, probably take another look on the defensive end for that one.
It was an unbelievable sequence. Take us back to the second quarter. At one point you trailed 16 points kind of early in this game, late first quarter, and then that second quarter, 34 points. Sweeney, Dugan, it just seemed like everything fell into place in that quarter.
Yeah, and I don't know if I think mine was still in the first quarter, but kind of cardinal sin for me as a coach. You can't get a technical foul. Whether or not I earned it on that one, I think it was I know it's the first one I've had in this building.
We couldn't remember when you'd ever had.
It's the first one, and I think I bragged about it a little bit too much a couple weeks ago and said I'd never gotten one. I think I was talking to Chris and Mooney, and so again, I think that was one that things were not going well for us, and then for me to pile on top of that's something I should know better than to even get to that close to do it. But yeah, I thought we just moved really well in that second quarter. I thought the player movement, the ball movement, obviously to shoot 93%, other things are going right as well. But I just thought our movement was good, and I think it got us some open shots. And I thought we did a really good job on the boards. I think they had 2 defensive rebounds in that first half, which is unbelievable. Part of that is I thought we did a good job getting to the boards, but we weren't missing a whole lot of shots either. And for us to end up with 11 offensive rebounds and to limit them to 7, again, I don't think they missed a whole ton of shots either. But just a fantastic game, and I thought our kids really willed themselves into that one.
I know it had to be a little tough. They scored 31 points off with a turnover. I know that one hurts a little bit, Coach, but, how do you feel like the team was able to persevere through all of that? I mean, to the 31-9, but they still were able to fight back and win this one. Is there anything that you attribute that to?
Well, and again, no coach likes the turnover number. I think that's something more than anything else you don't like to see. But truth be told, with the way that we play and the much passing as we're going to have, as aggressive as we are, I know we had a couple offensive fouls. That last one with Dugan, loved her aggression all night. Maybe that was a little bit too aggressive. I know she's never thought she fouled. I think even I on that one was like, hey, you got to just give him the ball on that. So we're going to have some turnovers. I thought weirdly a lot of those today were dead ball turnovers. So if you're going to categorize turnovers, the fact that we weren't having a live ball and letting them come back down our throats. So some of those were probably dead balls. In a game like this, when both teams are scoring a lot, they're going to have a lot of points off turnovers. So I'd have to go back and look. I know they got a couple in transition off missed layups that we had that they got the last 3, I think, from Harris, if I'm not mistaken. We missed one down here. I don't know if that was a turnover necessarily. But I just thought our offense was really, really sharp today. Maybe not in the first 5 minutes, but even that first quarter, I thought we started to find some things at the end of the quarter, and then that second quarter was fantastic for us as well.
Well, you got to kind of not push this one away, but got to get ready for a tough one on Sunday against Davidson. What do you tell your team to kind of get themselves ready for the push on Sunday?
I haven't thought about it a whole lot. I don't know what I've thought about here in the last 10 minutes. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. We normally aren't meeting with our team afterwards. I didn't know what the heck to say after the game, so I just kind of was like, hey, I'll talk to you guys after this. We don't have to meet out here, and there's nobody to go high five. There's nobody here. Forgot I had to come here. Got to hang out with you guys, so I was like, all right, they're just going to kind of hang out and probably figure everything out without me in there. But no, I mean, I think for the team, we needed an off day. I think that was probably the one thing that I was a little nervous about getting this game pushed till tomorrow is all of a sudden you're looking at what that meant for next week, not just for Sunday, but for next Wednesday. We were looking at if we don't get an off day tomorrow, we're not really having a true off day until the following Thursday, which our kids needed an off day, especially after the way that we played tonight. So we'll let them celebrate, let them think about it. Obviously Ariel knows Davidson pretty well, and we'll get our eyes back on there and spend some time as a staff tomorrow watching some film, and then meet on Friday. So probably won't do a whole lot with Davidson. We'll give our kids the off day tomorrow, but you guys know our kids as well as I do. They're going to be watching stuff on their own, and they'll have their own scout ready for us on Friday, Saturday.
Well, given the public health challenges that this region has faced, we had a lot more people watching today, and maybe the Spiders gave folks a lift today. So congratulations, Coach, on a really big win against a very good team.
Well, I appreciate you guys still being in here, and obviously, I'm very fortunate, and you guys see what's going on in California, see what's going on in our own city, and, for us, we kind of told our players, like, somebody's got to handle this better today, right? One team's going to handle this environment and this setting better today. We want that to be us, and, the magnitude of what's going on in our city, we're very fortunate ourselves to have working water, and I think we're on the uptick here on campus. But there's a lot of people going through stuff, and I think you all can have pretty easy to have empathy for, we've all gone a day or two without a shower, we've all gone a day or two without water, and so hopefully all that gets fixed. Hopefully everybody was still watching and cheering hard for us here, and everybody go find a friend. Let's get ourselves back in here and have a raucous environment here on Wednesday when we're back home.
Sounds good, Coach. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you, guys.
Good luck
Appreciate
down
it.
at Davidson.
Thank you.
Hey, congratulations. What a terrific win for Richmond, and a terrific game for you. 37 points, a career high. Talk us through that last play, the winning basket for you. What was going on there?
We had a little stack, me and Addie, and I thought, honestly, he was going to call another timeout, so that's why I kind of held it. I was like, all right, you're going to call it? And he said, go. He said, go. I was like, all right. So, yeah, there it is. I missed the first time, and, they didn't box out. I didn't really box out a couple possessions before that, so I was like, ooh, maybe I'll get a little putback, and I did. And, yeah, thank God it went in. Wasn't losing today.
What was it like out here playing in such an important game, such a competitive game, back and forth, and you're scoring incredible 37 points? Just kind of talk about just the whole tenor of the game and how important this game is for you all.
Yeah, obviously George Mason is a really great team, and a lot of respect for them, and they gave us a good one, as you can see. But yeah, we just knew it was a big game. We watched them against St. Joe's. We knew that was a big game, and we did a lot of scout. We locked in on what we needed to do, and we got a lot better from this past week. And what is that? 8 days in a row now going. So we just had to push this last one out, and we have an off day tomorrow, so leave it all on the floor.
Maggie, when you were driving to the basket throughout this contest and getting to the free throw line, what were you seeing that helped you get to the basket and get that contact and get an opportunity to get to the free throw line?
Honestly, I have to give a lot of credit to my teammates because I was seeing a lot of double gaps, and they were giving me a lane to get to the basket. And we worked on spacing a lot. Our offense 2 games before was a little stagnant, so we've definitely worked on that. And, yeah, my teammates were just getting me lanes to the basket. They were finding me for open shots, too, so, I can't really complain much.
Well, you don't get the rest. You don't get the rest because, you get a great game today. You got Davidson coming up.
Yeah.
How do you get yourself mentally prepared for such a tough team right after a great game like this?
I think we just listen to our coaches. We listen to our bodies, most importantly. You rest, and you kind of got to just listen to yourself, honestly. And, tomorrow we'll probably just, a lot of stretching. It's just a lot of days in a row, but you just got to listen to yourself. And we're going to watch a lot of film and get better this week in practice and get ready for the next one.
Terrific. Well, Maggie, congratulations on
Thank
a terrific win. A great game for you, and good luck against Davidson.
Thank you.